Hey, this is Dante.
And I'm Lola.
And you are listening to
The Smoking Prophet. So today we're asking a question that came into our private group, our private community, which we love. And we're going to answer it here because it's just easier to answer the question via video versus sending a reply. So this question came in from
Love Jackie.
She actually has a podcast. It's called Insights to Strength. You can find it wherever you listen to podcasts. So let's hear a question.
All right. So Love Jackie says, so podcasters that are here, I have a question, LOL. Do y'all log your hours spent recording, writing, research, etc.? I just finished an episode and I'm feeling some type of way, LOL.
Oh my gosh. She said, I'm feeling some type of way, and she added the LOL. So it seems like she put in a lot of work.
It sounds like it.
Before we even answer this question, we got to just say, shout out to you.
Yes.
Because you're putting in the work.
Yep.
And when you put in the work, you'll get the results. What you get in life, what you get out of any situation is only going to reflect what you're putting in, right?
Definitely.
So shout out to you for putting in the work. So let's tackle the question now.
All right.
So the question is,
do y'all log your hours spent recording, writing, research, etc.?
Wow. Okay. Do you want to answer that, or you want me to answer it?
I want you to answer it.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and answer it. You're treating this like a job. You're treating your podcast like a job. You said writing, research, recording, everything. So at your job, what do? Do you log your hours?
Oh, definitely.
Or you don't? Okay. So you log your hours at work. Continue to treat your podcast like a job. Log your hours when you are doing things for your podcast, when you're doing different tasks. And the reason I'm telling you to do that is for two reasons. One, so you can measure your growth, but not just that, so that you can later monetize what you're doing. Okay, so let's talk about the measuring growth part first. When you're tracking your time, you can track your time maybe for the next 7 days at minimum, maybe for 30 days, and see how you're doing. And then maybe come back in about 60 days, see how you're doing again to see your growth, to see where you're getting at, what you're really great at, where you've learned some new insights. You can do that, right? And track your growth, and that'll help you to feel good about yourself. When you start doing something, you gain confidence, you see that you can do it, you start gaining some extra skill through experience, you feel good about yourself, right? But I'm also telling you, I want you to track your time because you can later monetize what you're doing. All of our experience is monetizable, right? You can transfer anything that you learn into something that you can get paid for, a service or a product. So you may not be thinking about this now with your podcast, but what you're learning is something that you can later do for someone else. So when you track your time, you can actually see how long it's taking you to edit, how long it's taking you to do your episode descriptions, your episode notes, how long it's taking you to research, maybe gather an outline for a show, get together some questions that you want to, some talking points that you want to discuss. You're gathering all this information. You're getting all this experience. You know how long it's going to take you to do it, so that when you go to charge someone else, you can actually charge them a rate that reflects what you're doing, and so that you don't undercut yourself.
Definitely.
You don't want to say, hey, yeah, I can do this. I'll edit your podcast for you and I'll do it for this amount of dollars. And then you go and you start doing the work and you're like, wow, this is taking me this many hours. Based on what I've charged them, I'm not even making minimum wage per hour. So yes, track your time. And you don't have to do it all the time, because I don't want you to feel like, oh my gosh, like this is more work. This is more work. But what I do want you to understand that you can multiply everything that you have. And when you learn something, you can take what you learn, you can transfer it into a product or a service.
Yes.
So track your time, one, so you can see your growth. And then on the other side of that, so that you can actually monetize what you're doing in the future.
Yes.
Okay? So that you can monetize it and get a rate that actually reflects what you're given and not undercut yourself. Now, let's just go ahead and move into this monetization thing.
All right.
When you are charging people for what you do, you of course want to make sure what you're charging them reflects at minimum what you're giving out.
Most
okay.
definitely.
And then on top of that, what else do you want to consider?
You want to add another 15 to 30% on that rate to make sure that you're also making a profit as well.
And that profit may cover different tools that you use for editing.
Yes.
Say if you have any editing software that you're using, or for your computer, or for even your electric bill, you know, the power
definitely.
that you're using when you're working and doing these things. So for anyone else that's on here listening to this, we just gave you a nugget. When you're charging prices, your prices need to be a set amount that at least make sure you break even, right?
Most
and
definitely.
then on top of that, you need to charge an additional 15 to 30%.
Correct.
Okay, I'm Lola.
And I'm Dante.
And we enjoyed answering this question via video. We hope this helps you. And above all, love Jackie with Insights to Strength podcast. We're super proud of you for taking what you're doing so seriously.
Yes.
We are.
Congrats.
Super, super proud of you. All right, until next time, have the most amazing life. Bye!